Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the lecture number 2, Oracle Database Introduction. Okay, yesterday class was about the introduction to Oracle Database, which I have explained you very in detail, and everyone. I got the feedback. First of all, thank you so much for everyone, whoever puts or spend some time to give the feedback. I really appreciate it because giving a feedback. I don't know, like for people who did not give the feedback, this is for them. Feedback is very important, guys. Listen carefully. Feedback is very important for a person. Okay, and writing a feedback is also, you have to feel like you're lucky enough to write a feedback about someone, because you are getting a chance to write a feedback. Is it good or bad? Is the session excellent or is the session not excellent? So when you have that chance, you are not able to. It's like voting. You're not able to utilize that. For people who did not write the feedback, I'm going to say it's just a hardly 1 minute work, right? It's not a matter of 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's just a 1 minute work. It's good, bad. That's it. Simple. But that's okay. No problem. And thank you everyone whoever has written the feedback. Okay. And let's start session number 2 today. Session number 2 will be again introduction only. Today I'll introduce to the Oracle world. Yesterday I have given you the overview and the picture what we will learn. Now today we will slowly enter into the Oracle world. Okay, what is this Oracle world and all? I'll explain. Done. Yesterday I told you everyone knows now. Everyone are aware of this point, right? Everyone, are you people aware of this point now? Everyone,
Yes, sir.
are you
Yes,
people
sir.
aware of this point?
Yes,
Point number
sir.
1.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Point number 1 is done.
Yes.
Difference
Yes,
between a
yes.
physical machine and a virtual machine. Point number,
Yes, sir.
this 3 modules that we will learn. This is also completed, right?
Yes,
Yes.
What
sir.
are the 3 modules that we are going
Yes,
to cover
sir.
in the course? Yeah, that's
Yes,
good.
yes.
Now we will come to lab setup. What do we need to complete the lab setup? To complete the lab setup, what do we need? We'll talk about that. Okay. Okay. First we need is VMware. The first thing that we need is VMware. We call it as a VMware, VM workstation. First we need is VMware. And what is required inside VMware? Inside VMware, we need to install Linux operating system. Inside VMware, we need to install Linux operating system. Linux operating system. Okay. Inside Linux operating system, what are we going to install? Inside Linux operating system, what are we going to install? Database software. Database software. Which database? Oracle database. Oracle software. We can say Oracle software. And after Oracle software is installed, then we will be creating a database. Or else we'll use this symbol. Then we'll create a database. After the Oracle software is installed, then we will create a database. Then we'll create a database. DB. DB means database. So this is the structure. So first what we need to do, we need to install VMware. Then we need to install Linux. Then we need to install Oracle software. Then we need to create a database. So this is our lab setup. Everyone understood till here? What are the things that we have to do?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Yes, sir.
See, a user has to talk to what? A user has to talk to database, right? In order to talk to database, these are the requirements. These are the requirements. We have to fulfill all these requirements. Then only database will come. If any one of the requirement is not filling, the database will not come. We will not be able to create the database. We will be able to create the database and users will be able to talk to the database only when VMware is there. Inside the VMware, when the Linux is there, and after that we install Oracle software, then only we will be able to create. Okay.
Okay,
then only we'll be able to create, then only we'll be able to create the database. Okay. My point is, like, so we will go with the one by one, step by step. Okay. So as we are aware now, what is the difference between a physical machine and a virtual machine? Now everyone are aware of this point, the difference between a physical machine and a virtual machine. So we are not worried about physical machine anymore. So we are using VMware. So we will be only concentrating on VMware. So how to install VMware? First, we will look into that. Second, how to install Linux operating system. Third, how to install Oracle software. Then, how to create a database. These are the steps. 4 steps. So once we create database, then I will tell you how users are getting connected to the database. How users are getting connected to the database. Once we create the database, I will show you how users are able to connect to the database. For example, I showed you yesterday one of the application, right? American Express application. There's a net banking application. Only if the database is there, this user will be able to click on login and able to connect to the database. Only if the database is there. If the database is not there, application is not there. Application is waste. Application is waste if the database is not there. Application is of no use at all if the database is not there. So user will open the application here and click on login. I just clicked on login and I'm able to see the data. This is the data. This is my data. See, I'm able to see the data. It's very clearly, right? When the user clicked on login, it connected to the database. And I'm able to see the data now. See, I'm able to see the data. From where this data is coming? This data is coming from database, and user is able to see the data now. Only when the database is there. So in order to create a database, first of all, we need to have Oracle software. In order to install Oracle software, we need to have an operating system like Windows. We have a Windows operating system in our laptop, right? In the same way, there should be an operating system. It could be Windows, Linux, or anything. There should be an operating system. And as I said, like we work on Linux operating system because of the security purpose. Almost 90% of the companies are using Oracle databases on Linux operating system. So we will learn Linux only. So we need to install Linux operating system. To install Linux operating system, are we installing the Linux operating system on physical machine or virtual machine? We don't use physical machine. So we are installing virtual machine. That is a dependency. So first we will install VMware, then we will install Linux operating system, then we will install Oracle software, then we will create a database. These are the 4-step process flow. Okay. Now, as I said, so then once the database is done, then only user will be able to create the database. This part is completed. Next, coming to the Linux operating system. Right? Now I'll talk about Linux operating system. VMware is how can I say, like VMware is like, it's a 2 minutes installation. VMware doesn't matter. It's a 2 minutes installation. Just clicking on next, installation will be done. So we don't have to worry about VMware. We'll talk about Linux now. We'll talk about Linux operating system. Okay. We'll talk about Linux operating system. Now, anyone can take the initiative and unmute. Anyone can take the initiative and unmute. What are these called as? Anyone can type.
Local storage.
Sorry? Who want to tell? Yeah, what is this?
Storage.
Correct, storage only, but what do we call it as? Okay, I'll ask you in a direct way. Hey, there is an Oracle folder somewhere. Where is my Oracle folder? What do you say?
C drive.
Come on.
C drive.
Talk loudly.
C drive.
Drive. We call it as drives. Drives, right?
Drives.
Obviously. C drive, D drive, E drive. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Please
Yes.
mute everyone.
Yes, sir.
Now I'll ask some other. Now your part is done, right? Now some other person can take the initiative. Someone else can take the initiative other than the person who answered just now. Now, okay, we call this as drives. Okay, very good. Now everyone knows this. Now, what is there inside the drive? What do we call these as? Any
Files.
other person?
Files or
No,
folders?
No,
Folders.
not files. Yeah,
Folders.
Okay.
Folders. These are called as
Folders.
Folders.
Okay, I repeat. Two things are completed now. Okay. Let me take a notepad and explain you. First thing is drives. Second thing is folders. Very good. Folders. Okay, folders. What is this called as?
Document.
Or
File.
file.
Doc-
File. Yeah,
Files.
exactly. Files. Very good. So now, how you people are able to say that much easily? How you people are able to name it? How you people are able to name it, or how you people are able to talk that much easily? Because
Because it is written
no,
already.
this is Windows language. This is Windows.
User friendly.
This is Windows. Okay. This is Windows. So you people are able to talk like that. Hey, this is C drive, this is D drive, this is E drive. Yes, when I open the drive, I'm able to see the folders inside the drive. Inside the drive, I'm able to see the folders. When I open any folder, inside the folder, I'm able to see the files. Yes or no? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
sir.
Are you people clear on the Windows part? Or
Yes.
any
Yes.
one of you?
Yes.
Any one of you don't know about Windows also? Everyone, I believe everyone knows about Windows, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm hearing a lot of echo from again Mirza. Okay, okay, fine. So everyone now they know about Windows. They know about Windows. Everyone, right? So we call we call it as drives, then we call it as folders, then we call it as files. Good. This part is done. This is Windows. Okay. In Windows we call it as. But what about Linux? What about Linux? Linux is also operating system, right? Windows is an operating system. Linux is also one of the operating system, right? Now, what do we call in Linux? In Linux, what do we call it as? In Linux, we call drives as mount points. Everyone repeat. Mount points.
Mount points.
Mount points. And we call folders as directories. What do we call it as?
Directories.
Directories. We call files as files only. Okay. Understand everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in Windows, I'm making you very clear. A layman can also understand. I'm talking in such a language because everyone knows about Windows is what I'm feeling. If people who don't know about Windows, then no problem. I have patience to explain about Windows also. We are not worried about Windows as of now because we are working on Linux. Our major focus is on Linux. But Linux is very new to you people because you people don't know Linux. That's why I'm differentiating between Windows and Linux to make you people understand in a simple language. Okay. So in Windows, everyone knows what is this. For example, in Windows, I have a storage capacity. I have a storage of 1000 GB. I have a storage of 1000 GB. So how many drives I have? I have C drive, or else I'll write it here. Okay, I'll write it here. C drive. Okay, C drive of how much? C drive. I have partition 150 GB. 150 C drive, and D drive is 390. D drive is 390. Okay, and E drive. E drive is 350. E drive is 350. Right. E drive is 350. So what am I doing? What am I doing? I have partitioned. This is called as partition. I have partition at the time of installation, right? At the time of installation, at the time of installing the Windows, how many people have hands-on experience on installing Windows operating system? How many people? How many people did the Windows installation?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I did.
Okay. People who did not do the Windows installation in their lifetime, you people don't have to worry. There is nothing rocket and science here. Okay. So nothing to worry basically because there is nothing related here with the because I'm actually showing you how to install a Linux operating system. So you people don't worry. So I have in Windows I have 1000 GB. So what I'm doing, I'm dividing it 1000 GB into 1000 GB into I'm dividing this, right? I'm dividing this, right? I'm dividing C drive 150, this 400 and 350, something like that. So I'm dividing this 1000 GB into multiple drives. In the same way, here I'll take a storage of here I'll take a storage of 100 GB. So what I'll do, I'll divide this 100 GB into mount points, different mount points. I'll divide this 100 GB into different mount points. What are the different mount points? Slash is one mount point, 10 GB. Okay. Slash stage I'll give as 25 GB. Okay. Slash U01 I'll give as 25 GB. Okay. Next swap I'll give 5 GB. Okay. And 5 GB and slash prod I'll give remaining 34 GB, 34 or 35. How much is remaining? That I'll give 34 GB. Okay. So I'll divide this just like C drive, D drive, E drive. I'm dividing this 100 GB into mount points. Slash stage, slash U01, swap, prod, like that. Okay. Now coming to folders. What are the folders I have here in Windows? Some with their own namings. In the same way, I'll create directories. With the own name. I'll go, for example, I'm going inside D drive. For example, I'm going into C drive. Now I'm going into C drive. I have a folder called MX. In the same way, I'll go somewhere here, slash stage or something like that, and I'll create one directory with the name called MX. So that is how the difference between Windows and Linux. And files are called files only. Inside the folders, there are files. In the same way, inside the directories, there are files. Till here, everyone understood difference between a Linux and Windows.
Yes, sir.
Actually, we don't have to talk about Windows. We have to talk about only Linux. But if I directly go to Linux and if I directly tell, hey, this we call it as mount points, this we call it as directories, you will be getting confused. If I differentiate between Windows and Linux, now you people are able to relate with the Windows. Then you people will be clearly able to understand. So I believe you people understand, right? What are mount points? It's nothing but just like drives in Windows. How C drive, D drive, E drive is there. In the same way, in Linux we call it as mount points. That's it. This is one mount point. This is one mount point. This is one mount point, and this is one mount point. In Windows we call it as folders. Here we call it as directories. In Windows we call it as files. In Linux we call it as files. Simple. Till here, everyone are clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
See, Linux will be, I'm telling you, if you people make this point noted, if you people start using Linux, for example, how many people know this? I don't know how many people know this, but I'll give you one example. You have an Android phone, you have an Apple phone. How many people know this? I don't know, but you people can answer if you people know this. Okay. You have an Android phone, you have an Apple phone. Once you start using Apple phone, even if somebody is coming and giving you 1 crore rupees of Android phone gift also, you will not use. How many people know this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We are habituated with iPhone. Even if somebody is coming and giving you 1 crore rupees Android phone also, I will not use. In the same way, Linux is also like that. It is addiction. Once you start loving Linux, you will say like, hey, what is there in Windows, man? Nothing. If you compare Linux to Windows, what a security features that Linux is having. So you start loving it. When you can start loving it? When you start using it. When you will start using it? When you feel like, yes, I have to do it, then only you will start using it. If you feel like, okay, let's see how it goes. No, that is not the point here. When you have an Apple phone in your hand, what you do initially it will be tough. Initially it will be tough. Once you are very much used to Android phone, using an Apple phone is tough because everything will be exactly opposite to the Android. So you people, initially it will take time to adjust yourself to iPhone, but once you adjust yourself to iPhone, you people will love it like anything because of the security features. You know how much secure Apple is? How many people are using iPhone?
Myself, sir.
Okay. You know, right? You, okay. Anyways, like, you people know how secure iPhone is. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Same thing. The same thing goes with Linux operating system as well. You start loving it. You start loving it once you start using it. Okay. So that's how the Linux operating system will be. And this is the differentiation so that you people will be able to understand clearly. In Windows, we call it as drives. In Linux, we call it as mount points. In Windows, we call it as folders. In Linux, we call it as directories. In Windows, we call it as files. Linux also, we call it as files. Now, what are these mount points? Why I gave these many mount points? Can't I give only 2 mount points or 3 mount points? Just like drives, I have partitioned like C drive, D drive, E drive. Can't I give 3 mount points like this? Dividing this 100 into 3 mount points? Because I have divided 1000 into 3 drives. In the same way, this 100 can be divided into 3 mount points, right? Why I am giving this many? You can ask. There is a purpose. There is a purpose. Now I'll explain you the purpose. Is this available? Yeah, this is the purpose. /stage /u01 /prod. I'll explain you about these 3 mount points. Okay. /stage. First, why we are using /stage? I'll explain you in a live example. I'll give you a live example. For example, what do we do? We want to install some software on our machine. My Windows machine, I want to install a software. Can somebody tell me what is the procedure? For example, I want to install VLC player software. I want to install a VLC player software. What is the procedure? Can someone tell me? Fast. I want to install a software on my laptop. How do I install?
Go to Google Chrome.
We have to download it or we have to use CD.
That's okay. We have to download. Okay, download it.
Need to install.
Then we need to install. Okay. Then we need to double click on the software and we just need to click on next. It will be installed. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now I have a question. When I download the software, in which drive I have to download the software? Can you people tell me? In which drive? C drive, D drive, E drive is there. No, C drive, D drive, E drive is there in my laptop. In which drive I have to download the software?
You can download any drive.
C drive.
Except C drive.
Any drive we can download.
Any drive we can download the software, right? Means
Yes.
I can keep the software in any drive. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Means I can store the software. In any drive, D drive or E drive also. Okay, I can store the software in any drive. Now, when I click that software, for example, are there any softwares with me? Other softwares. Okay, these are the softwares. For example, I'm telling you. So there's a virtual box. If I do a right click and install this virtual box, what happens? The installation will start. In the same way, VLC player also. I have downloaded it and I kept in D drive. The software is in D drive. Now, when I double click the software and click next, the installation will start. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, in which drive installation will happen? Out of these 3 drives, C drive is there, D drive is there, E drive is there. In which drive installation will happen?
C drive.
Remaining people are sleeping in the class, or you people don't want to participate. I told you everyone has to be interactive with me, please. Everyone understood what I'm talking? Actually, I'm giving you a real-time example so that you understand very better. So I have downloaded the software in D drive, for example. Do you want me to do? Okay, 1 second. I'll do it live. Wait. Some VLC. What do we call it as VLC media player, right? VLC media player. I'll do it live. Okay. I'm downloading the VLC. Okay. It's getting downloaded now. So this is the software. This is software. It's getting downloaded. Okay. It's getting downloaded. Done. Download is done. Okay. Show in folder. Now I kept in which drive? In which drive I have kept the software? The software is in which drive? Can you people tell me? Software is in which drive?
D drive.
Drive.
D drive.
Yes,
In
D.
D drive I have kept the software, and I'm installing now. I want to install. I click on run as administrator. Okay. Continue. Continue. Okay. Where the installation is happening? You people can check, right? Where
Yes,
the
sir.
installation is happening?
In the D drive.
Oh my God. C
C
drive,
drive,
man.
C
C
drive.
C it
program.
is.
C. Did I give a location at the time of installation? Did I give the location?
No.
No.
Oh,
By
no, sir.
default installation is happening in C program files, video, LAN, something. You see this in the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
You see this on the screen, right?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
1 second.
Yes.
1 second. It's freezed. The screen got freezed. Okay. Second. Are you people able to see, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Now
sir.
we are able to see.
It got freezed. Okay, just give me 1 minute. I was about to take a. Okay, now it is finished. So where it has installed? Where it has installed? It has installed in
C.
C drive. It's very clear. C program file, something like that. C program files and VLC, video LAN VLC. So it is installed in this location. It is installed in this location in C drive. So now I have a question. At the time of installation of VLC, did I tell VLC installation to happen in C drive?
No.
No.
No, sir.
So by default, it is picking C drive and it is installing in C drive. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right. In the same way. Now you people tell me, repeat again. Where is the software? Software is stored in
D drive.
Drive.
D drive. Software is not in C drive. Software is in D drive. But the installation happened in
C drive.
C drive.
simple. Now, what is our agenda? Our agenda is to install Oracle. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What is our agenda? Our agenda is to install Oracle. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So Oracle software, we will store to store the software. Just like we store the software in D drive here, right? We store the software in D drive. In the same way, to store the software, we are using /stage. To store the software, Oracle software, we are using this drive. Just like D drive, we are using /stage mount point to store the Oracle software. And for the Oracle software installation, we are using U01. Understood, everyone now?
Yes.
The real-time example worked?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Everyone understood, or anyone having any questions?
No, sir.
Why 1 or 2 people responding? What about other people? I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So that's why we are using this mount point /stage. Why we are using /stage? To store the softwares, any kind of software, Oracle softwares. To store the Oracle software, we are using /stage, and /U01 we are using to install the Oracle software. You don't have to give at the time of installation. Just at the time of VLC player installation, you did not give C drive, right? It automatically picked C drive. In the same way, what you will do, you will copy the software to /stage. /stage, you will copy the software. You will download the software in /stage. And when you start installing the software, Oracle software, it automatically picks U01. Just like it automatically picked C drive, it automatically picks U01, and the Oracle software installation will automatically happen in U01. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what is /prod? This mount point. Why we use the remaining space for /prod? To create databases. Now, I told you in the example, I told you Only when we have the software, then only we'll be able to create the database, right? For creating a database also, we need a drive. We need some space. Just like C drive, D drive, E drive, we need one more drive to create this, to create the databases. So we use /prod as a mount point, as a drive, /prod to create all the databases. So it's very clear. These 3 mount points belongs to Oracle. It's very clear. Totally there are 5 /swap /stage /u01 /prod. Only these 3 mount points belongs to Oracle. And what is the purpose? I explained you. /stage is to store the software, Oracle software. /u01 to install the Oracle software. /prod to create the database. To create the database after Oracle software is installed. Understand everyone? And what is this slash? This slash is nothing but this belongs to the root user. Just like Windows administrator is there, right? In for Windows laptop, there will be a Windows administrator. For Windows laptop, we call this as Windows administrator. Windows. Who will install all these on the laptop? Windows administrator. So in the same way, there will be a Linux administrator who will use this mount point. And swap is not a mount point. That's okay. Why swap? We'll talk later. But we need to mainly focus on these 3 mount points, because these 3 mount points belongs to Oracle. /stage. I repeat, /stage is to store the software. Just like we have stored the software in D drive. We have stored the software in D drive. /u01 to install the Oracle software. Just like, we did a right click and we did a double click and the installation automatically happened in C drive. In the same way, the Oracle software is copied to /stage and automatically the Oracle software installation will be happening in U01 automatically. And then we will create the database in /prod. So these are the 3 mount points that belongs to Oracle. Now coming to the Oracle software. Now till now we keep on shouting like, okay, we'll install Oracle software, we'll copy the Oracle software to /stage, we'll install the Oracle software, we'll install the Oracle software. We keep on shouting, right? So what is this Oracle software? There are different versions of Oracle software. There are different versions. Let's talk about the versions now. There's 11G, 12C, 18C, 19C. Actually, before that also we have 10G also, 9i, okay, 10G. But I'm not talking about those because they are already expired. Long back they are expired. They are not in use actually. These versions are not in use. Okay. So coming to 11G. What is G? G stands for grid. G stands for grid. 11G grid. C stands for cloud. C stands for cloud. 18C, 19C. Okay, the latest is 19C. Okay. And actually speaking, I don't have to explain all these versions. We can actually take one latest version or one 12C or one 18C or 90C or one 11C. Anything we can take and we can complete the course. I don't have to explain all these versions because features are one and the same. But I mean, this is what happens in the outside institutes. Outside institutes, this is what happened. Okay, they'll go with either any of the version. They'll go with either 11G or they'll go with either 12C. They'll go with 18C or they'll go with 19C. That's it. They'll not teach all the versions. But here I'll cover all the versions. You people might ask me a question. Sir, covering all the versions will take time, no, sir? Yes, it might take time, but who will be end of the day benefited? It's me as a trainer, I'll benefit or you will benefit?
We.
Simple logic. Simple logic. So we are not wasting time. Learning is not a waste of time. Remember guys, learning is never a waste of time. You learn more, you earn more. Simple logic. I believe in that. That's why I learn everything. I know Oracle. I'm an Oracle expert. I'm an AWS expert. I'm an Azure expert. I'm a MongoDB expert. I know Cassandra. I know multiple data. I know MongoDB and Cassandra. I know this Python. So why I'm telling you this is learning will give you earning. It's very simple. Today I'm in a position to train you people. Learning is nothing but earning. So learn more, earn more. Simple. If you people think like, okay, sir is explaining all the versions. Don't think like that. Okay. Features are one and the same. See, again, like, features are one and the same, but there will be some additional kick-on features, right? We have to talk about some additional kick-on features. For example, I tell you what are all these versions? Why from 11 to 19, why it came, I'll explain you in a better way. All we are using Android phones. We are using Android phones now. You know how many people know that Android is operating system? Just like Linux, Windows.
Yes,
Windows
we
is
know.
operating system. Linux is
Yes.
operating system,
Sir.
and
Yes, sir.
Android is also an operating system. You know that?
Yes.
Yes, we know.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
We keep getting updates on our mobiles. Hey, this software is released. Okay, this update. These are the updates. Now you have to update your mobile. You have to update your settings, and then you have to restart your phone. You keep getting a lot of updates and bug fixes. When you click on updates, it will install all the updates on your mobile phone, and it will reboot your mobile phone. How many people did that?
Yes, I have done that.
Yes,
Only
sir.
1-2 people.
I have done that.
So the remaining people are not using Android phones, not using at least any phone. Are you people using Nokia 1100? Don't tell me, you people are using Nokia 1100. Then at least please respond. People who are actually using Android phones. Come on, you people keep getting these messages, right? Updates. Install the updates and reboot your phone.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Yes.
We are using.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So that is what this is. There is nothing but that is only the versions. So nothing but Android, your operating system Android version keep on increasing, keep on updating. Android version will keep on updating in the same way. Oracle database versions also keep on updating. That's it. Some additional features will be added from one version to another version. Some additional features will be added. So I don't think like it's a waste of time, but I think like it's a learning time for you people. Enjoy the learning. Whatever you learn, you enjoy it, and then you learn. Then you will fall automatically in love with your learning. That's how you people have to learn. Okay. So that's the reason I start with 11G release 1. I start the course with 11G release 1, and I end the course with 19C. I end the course with 19C, in which all the versions will be covered. Simple logic. Okay. If you ask me like what are the additional features, there are some only few additional features only, but it will cover everything, right? Which actually gives you some good additional kick-on performance to give you in the interviews. In interviews, if you tell like I know 11G, I know 12C, I know 18C, I know 19C, I worked on all the versions. Simple. Okay, how much package you need? 8 lakhs, 9 lakhs, 10 lakhs. Package, that's what. How much you learn, that much you earn. It's very simple. Okay, so coming to the versions now. Coming to the versions, 11G release 1, we call it as R1 release 1, 11G release 2, 11G 12C release 1, 12C release 2, 18C also there is a version 19C. Okay, so how this version starts with 11G release 1 will be like this: 11.1.0.1, 11.1.0.2, like that 11.1.0.3, 11.1.0.4, 5, 11.1.0.6, 11.1.0.7. That is the last version. Okay, and now in 11G release 2, we have 11.2.11.2.0.1, 11.2.0.2, 11.2.0.3, 11.2.0.4. That's the end. In 12C release 1, we have 12.1.0.1, 12.1.0.2. In 12C release 2, we have 12.2.0.1, 12.2.0.2. And then 18C and 19C. 19C will go with the third module. Complete third module. The rack is there, right? We'll complete the rack in 19C. Okay, I'll show you how this documents and everything looks like. Okay. Just for giving you an example. Once I get all your email IDs, I'll provide you the access to these documents. I have prepared a lot of documents. If you ask me, like these documents are helping a lot of people to get the jobs, because when they are attending the interviews, what they are doing is they are simply opening these documents, keeping in front of the screen, and they are giving all the interviews. So all the topics are covered here. Okay, example I'm telling you. For example, if you take any topic here, I'm doing it on 19C. See, Oracle 11G, 12C, 19C. Everything is covered here. You see, there is 11, 12, and 19. Okay. So, anyways, like it's okay. It's out of topic. You people will get the document access, so you people don't have to worry about it. Okay. That's one part to cover. We have everything covered in all the documents here. Everything covered here in all the documents. Okay. You people can see like 11G, 12C, 19C, everything will be covered. Okay. Fine. So this is about versions. So from which version we'll start our course? Our course will start from 11.1.0.6. Our course will start from 11.1.0.6, and we will upgrade once we create the database. We'll create the database. First, we'll install the software. Right? We'll install the software of 11.1.0.6 Oracle software. Then we'll upgrade to 11.2.0.3. Then 12.2. Then we'll go with 19C rack. The course is completed. Course will be completed. Okay. We are ignoring for previous. For last 1.5 year back batches. I used to tell 10G also. It's expired now. Nobody is using 10G. It's already expired. Okay. So we don't have to worry about this 10G 9. Okay. We'll start our course with 11.1.0.6. Done. So yeah, what are the things to cover here? Nothing. So once we install the software, we can start the database creation. Our database will be in 11.1.0.6 version. First, our databases will be in 11.1.0.6 version. Then we will upgrade the database to 11.2.0.3. Then slowly to 12.2.0.2, and then we'll go with 19C. We'll cover all the features and everything we'll cover in the course. Okay. So this is about our lab setup. So first, what do we have to start with? We have to start with VMware installation. Then we have to start with Linux server installation. We'll take 100 GB. Out of 100 GB, we'll create these mount points. Just like out of 1000 GB, we have divided into C drive, D drive, E drive. Out of this 100 GB, we will divide this into /stage/u01 swap and prod. Okay. So first we'll complete the Linux installation. Then we will go with after the Linux is completed, we have a particular process, right? First VMware installation, then go with the Linux installation, then go with the Oracle software installation, then create the database. So are we ready to start the installations? VMware.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
First
Yes, sir.
VMware installation, then we will go with the Linux installation. Everyone ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Great. So today we'll only complete Linux installation. So don't be in a hurry. Slowly we'll learn. Slowly. In one day we cannot learn. Rome city is not built in one day, right? So everything will not be done in one day. That's a simple logic. So we'll slowly go with a slow pace, so that we'll reach one day when the final destination is to get a job and with a good package. That's your destination. I know, because people who don't know, who don't have jobs, their ultimate goal will be getting job. But I never expected. If you ask me, even if when I'm in the learning phase also, I never looked for a job. I only looked for the subject. I only looked at the subject. How much I can learn today? How much I can learn tomorrow? How much I can learn day after tomorrow? Am I growing day by day? Am I growing? So when I keep growing, automatically jobs will automatically come and fall in place, man. That is what I believe. We should not go to someone and ask like, hey, can you refer me in your company? Can you refer me in your company? No. You give an interview, you attend an interview, and if they feel like, hey man, this guy is like awesome, man. This guy is having a lot of subject. So why can't we hire him? Why can't we take him? So obviously when they feel like that, offer letter will automatically come to you. You don't go and ask for an offer, and they will be back of you. The live example is the one who actually got selected yesterday. The one who got selected yesterday. That's a live example. They were like very much happy to offer him because of the technical skills. They're backing him like anything. No, we want you. He told like, I have already one offer with so and so XYZ package. No, we'll give more than that. You come to our company only. They're asking him like that. So that's how you people also should, be like. So it happens actually. Don't worry. But only thing is like focus on the subject. to get to that position, focus on the subject. Don't focus on the job on day one. Focus on the subject. End of the course, job will automatically come and fall in place. Some people don't even believe, like, they keep getting 2 offers, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to select. When this will happen? Only when you concentrate on the subject. So please concentrate on the subject, and then automatically the job will come to you. Okay. Yeah, coming to the Linux installation. We have already installed the VMware. So where is the softwares? Oracle softwares. So this is a VMware. This is a VMware installation. What you need to do is just, I'll give you the software. Okay, I'll give you the software. You people don't worry. I'll give you the access. For all the email IDs, I'll give you the access. So there are some serial keys also. The license is serial keys. So what you need to do, how to install a VMware, I'm showing you first. When you get the software like this, just do a right click, run as administrator. Just click on yes, and just click on yes. Now I'm not doing it because I already have a VMware installed on my laptop. So I'm not doing it basically. So how to install is just do a double click or do a right click, and it will give you an options. Select typical installation, and just click next. VMware will be installed. It's a 1-minute process. Okay, and after the VMware is installed, you will be able to see this. You will not be able to see all these servers. You'll not be able to see all these servers because it's a new virtual machine for you people. Now, how to install Linux? That is the session. How to install Linux? Just click on File, New Virtual Machine. There is a Linux software also. This is a Linux software. What is this? How to install a Windows software? In the previous days, we used to have a CD, Windows CD. What we used to do is, we used to insert the Windows CD and we used to install Windows operating system. But as the days progress, as the technology progress, so what we are doing, how are we installing that CD image? That CD is there, right? That CD disk is converted into image file. It can be converted into image file like this. The Windows software, we used to insert the CD and install the Windows operating system on our machine. So nowadays, we don't have to use Windows CD. Automatically, that image file is there. We are converting that into the image file. So we use image file to install the Linux operating system. So now, how to install? I'll start from the beginning. Just click on File, New, Typical, Recommended. Okay, just click Next. Now, you don't use this option. If you are using CD, Windows operating system, Linux operating system CD, then use this option. We don't use CD. We use an image file. The CD days are gone. That's a very old days. CD days are gone. So we use image file. So just browse, and where is that location? You just select the Linux operating system CD. Sorry, window image file. It says Oracle Enterprise Linux detected. Yeah, just click next. Now give any name to the server. You can give like already Mumbai is completed, Hyderabad is completed, Delhi is completed, right? Bangalore, or else Pune DC. Okay, you use the Pune location. Now the server is in Pune location. I mean, just you have to assume, that's it. It's not in Pune location, but you have to assume it. That's it. Pune DC means Pune data center. You are installing one Linux operating system. It's nothing but a server. Now check where is the space available in your drives. There should be at least 100 GB available. So my E drive is available. E drive is having the space. So what I do now, as I'll go to E drive, my computer, E drive, create a new folder with the name PUNE, Pune DC. Okay, and click OK. Done. In E drive, I'm using E drive 100 GB. I'm taking 100 GB from E drive, okay, and I'm giving that 100 GB to this server. Store to single file. 100 GB, store to single file. Okay. Click next. Customize the hardware. You need to give the RAM for the server. It is by default 1 GB. You need to give the RAM. If you feel like your computer RAM is 4 GB, for example, if you feel like your computer RAM is 4 GB, use 1 GB. If your computer RAM is 8 GB, use 4 GB. Okay. If your computer RAM is 16 GB, use 8 GB. The installation will happen very fast. So as my computer RAM is 8 GB, I'm using 4 GB. Okay. Just click on close. Click on finish. Okay. Linux installation will start. Okay. Close it. And observe the mouse cursor. Observe my mouse cursor. You know. Now I am in Windows. I'm not in Linux. Now I am in Windows. I'm in Windows. Now to go inside the Linux, just go take the mouse cursor and go inside and hit enter. Enter. Now to come outside the Linux, press Control Alt. If you people are able to see at the left side bottom corner of my screen, it is giving you an option to return to your computer. Press Control plus Alt. Okay, I pressed Control Alt. Again, my mouse cursor is back to Windows. My mouse cursor is back to Windows. See, you observe here. To direct into the VMware, press Ctrl G. You don't have to press Ctrl G. Just go inside. When I go inside, you people read this. When I go inside, you people read this. It will give you an option. Now I'm inside. See, now you read this. To return to your computer, press Ctrl Alt. So I pressed Ctrl Alt. I'm outside now. I'm outside. Right? Okay. Now click a tab and you skip this. Now how to install Linux? This is how you install Linux. Okay. Linux installation will start just in a minute. And I'll give you all the software, Linux software today. Interested people can start installation on their computers. This is enterprise Linux. Okay. And we just click next. Yes, English. Next. US English. Next. Now it is asking you for partition. Out of the 100 GB is there, right? We just spoke this. People remember, out of this 100 GB, just like out of the 1000 GB, we have divided into C drive, D drive, E drive. Now this is 100 GB. 100 GB. It is asking you, do you want to go with automatic partition or manual partition? No, I want to go with manual partition. Manual partition, because I know what are the mount points that I have to give. Manual partition. Just click next. Erase all the data. Yes. Now give one by one. New. First mount point is slash. Give 10 GB. Means 10 GB means 10,000 MB. 10,000 MB. See, it is taking in MB. So 10,000 MB means 10 GB. Just click OK. Second mount point. Slash stage. Slash stage. Why we are using slash stage? To store the softwares. 25,000 means 25 GB. Next. Slash U01. Why we are using U01? To install the software. Just like C drive. Again 25,000. What is the next mount point? This is not a mount point. This is a file system type. We use swap. This is not a mount point. This is swap. Okay. Give 5,000. Next, slash PROD. How much is the maximum space? Remaining space is 37 GB. So give fixed maximum size. Now we don't have any other mount points, right? So fix the maximum size. How much is remaining? Fix the complete remaining size to slash prod. Just click OK. Done. Just click next. Click next. Now click on edit and give some IP address. Give some IP address to the server. What do you mean by IP address? Windows is an operating system. Linux is also an operating system, right? So for your Windows machine, there will be an IP address. How many people know that? If people know that, that's okay. If people don't know also, just see. I'll show you my IP address. You have to open your command prompt and click on IP config. Okay. This is my IP address. 192.168.1.6. Okay, that is my IP address. So sorry. This is my IP address. I'm sorry. 192.168.0.145. This is my IP address, IPv4. This is the IP address of my computer, of my computer IP address. Okay. In the same way, for Linux operating system also there should be IP address, right? With the help of IP address only we'll be able to connect to the server. If I want to connect to the server with the help of IP address only, I'll be able to connect. So we will give one IP address. We'll manually give one IP address, like 192.168.1. One second. For Mumbai, it is 101. For Hyderabad, 102. For Delhi, it is. Okay, we'll give which IP address? We'll give 90, something like that. 192.168.1.90. Okay, and net mask is 255.255.255.0. What is this net mask? You people don't worry. This is not our subject basically. Who will do the Linux operating system installation? Linux admin will do actually. See, I told you yesterday. Who is responsible for the Linux? Linux administrator. It's not Oracle database administrator. But still, who is doing Linux installation here? We are only doing the Linux installation, which means you are also learning Linux. That's a good thing, right? So the IP address is 192.168.1.90. So just remember that, okay? And remind me also once tomorrow. 192.168.1.90 is our server IP address, and netmask is 255.255.255.0. Just click on OK and give your server name here. PUNA Pune DC Pune data center. Click next. Continue. Next, no firewall. Disabled. Click next. Proceed. English US. Yes. Okay. Now time zone. It is asking you which time zone you want to. For people, if anyone connected from US, they use their US time zone. If anyone connected from Australia, use Australian time zone. If anyone connected from Africa, I don't think anyone has from Africa. Okay. All are from India, right? So just take the mouse cursor to India. Select this. It will automatically take you to Asia Kolkata. Asia Kolkata time zone. Ours is Asia Kolkata. Let's click next. Give one password. What is this password? Simple. For your Windows laptop, Windows is operating system. Linux is one operating system. For your Windows laptop, if you are giving one password, it will whenever you want to log into your Windows laptop, it keep on asking you the password. Then only it will be allowed to log in. In the same way, if you want to log into the Linux operating system, we need to give the root password, means Linux administrator password. Okay, we'll give as welcome, WELCOME, welcome. Please make sure that you are using small letters, lowercase, small letters. Okay. The reason is a lot of people, they forget to use small letters and they use capital letters. And at the time when it is asking you, at the time when it is logging to your computer, whenever you are logging to the Linux machine, you use small letters. It will not allow you to log in. So use small letters only. Welcome. Okay, just click next. You might ask, sir, should we give only welcome? No, whatever you want, you give. No problem. Password is your wish. But I'm using a standard password from last 53 batches. So I'm using the same password, welcome. Okay. Next, customize. Just click next. Scroll down. Everything. Click next. Next. That's it. Installation started. It is formatting now. You see, just like C drive, D drive, E drive format is happened in Windows, right? In the same way, it is formatting /prod /stage/u01 /swap, everything. It's formatting, and now the installation will start. Installation might take around 35 to 40 minutes based on the RAM that you have allocated. That's it. This is about the Linux installation, guys. So I'll give you the Linux software. Do people start installing on your computer? Okay. You have good amount of time. You can start installing on your computer. Okay. Once the Linux installation is completed, what we will do? We will copy the Oracle software. Where? In /stage. You see, /stage. We'll store the Oracle software, and then we will start the installation. Installation will happen in U01. Automatically, installation will happen in U01. Once the software is installed in U01, then we will create a database in /prod. Simple. So we are completing the Linux operating system installation. So we can mark VMware as completed. We'll mark Linux also complete. Tomorrow we will start this. We'll store the softwares, and then we'll install the Oracle software tomorrow. Okay. So that's it for the day, guys. I'll start the Q&A, question and answer session. Okay. And let this installation be in progress. It will take around 35 to 40 minutes to complete the Linux operating system installation. Okay. So as of now, that's it for the day. I believe everyone understood what I did today with my explanation, with the kind of explanation I gave you. Everyone understood the session. So I'll give you all this software. I'll give you the software access to you people. Okay, I have all your email IDs. I'll give you software access. I'll give you the class recordings and everything. So people can start downloading the softwares on your laptop and check the recording once before you start the installation. Go through the recording once again. Okay, and complete the Linux software installation on your laptop. Okay, if you people, yeah, 1 second. Let me 1 second. Okay, so as the installation is in progress, guys, we have our mentors for the batch. There are 2 mentors that are assigned to the batch. The names are Ravinder and Naveen. I got Naveen on the line as of now. Okay. Hi Naveen. This is the batch.
Yeah, hi sir. Hi sir.
So we welcome this batch, and I'm introducing this batch to you. So please take care of all the installations. Whoever calling you, and guys, like recently Ravinder is one of the mentor. Ravinder and Naveen, they both are mentors for this batch. Okay. Recently, one of these mentor got job yesterday only, who actually posted in the group, right? That guy is Ravinder. Okay. So I'll share both of these numbers, Ravinder's and Naveen, both the phone numbers. Okay, I'll share it in the group. If people can call them anytime, whenever you start these installations, right? If people have any doubts, if people have any technical things, they're my students, the previous batch students. They are very good at technical, so that's the reason they are mentoring from last 5-6 batches basically. Okay, so they'll help people. They'll help a lot. They work 24/7. It doesn't mean that you always knock their door 24/7, but yes, check your timings. They'll be available. They'll be available all the time. But I am not sure about Ravinder this time because he got a job, right? Yesterday only he got the offer. So his duty starts from 20th of September. So anyways, like he'll be available, no problem. So this is the hierarchy. The first point of contact is Naveen and Ravinder. If you have any doubts at the time of practicing, the first point of contact will be Naveen or Ravinder. For example, you contact one mentor. That mentor is not available. Contact the second mentor. Okay, if the second mentor is also not available, then the third point of contact is your recording. Okay, then the third point of contact is your recording. Okay, and if you don't understand anything in the recording also, feel free to call me. 24/7 I'll be available. Feel free to call me. I'll help you. Okay. So before you call me, just go through the recording once. If you are not able, if you're stuck somewhere in the installation, you're stuck somewhere. Just go through the recording once. Still you are not able to move forward. Talk to your mentors. They work 24/7. They are very nice guys. They are very polite in nature. They'll help you a lot because they have been helping from many batches. And I'm losing one of the mentor because he got a job. So I don't know like how to express this. I can proudly say that because of me he got a job, but I can also proudly say that he's a good mentor, but he's leaving me now. So I have to hire one more mentor for you people. Okay. So anyways, so this is the hierarchy. You have to follow this procedure. Okay. At the end, if nobody is helping you, then you contact me. I will help you anytime. 24/7 I'll be available. Understand the hierarchy, guys? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's why I'm giving recording. The recordings I'm sharing with everyone is in case if you have any questions at the time of installation or at the time of practice If you're stuck somewhere, immediately the recording will help you. Okay, guys. So,
Okay, sir.
So welcome aboard. Welcome to this trainings, everyone, once again, and I introduce these mentors to you, so you people can start practicing. I'll give you all the software recordings, software access, and everything to you people. Okay. Now, that's it for the day. Now the Q&A will start. It's 3:25. 5 minutes will be question and answer session. If you people have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm ready to answer. And thank you for joining this lecture.